This game seemed to come with a pretty big prize.
Well, we'll find out. I don't know. To eliminate further questions, I don't know is my answer to all those situations because it's the truth. Bye week comes at a great time as far as trying to minimize any impact or any potential impact. But just a gutty win, gutty win by our team. Huge turn of events, obviously on the fumble going into the end zone. Great lesson for all of us. And just really proud of our effort. Had a bunch of guys in and out of the lineup, all over the place, and just an incredible effort by our guys. Definitely not a garden variety 51-27 win, but a big win for a lot of reasons.
How did you see from your advantage point on that play?
Which play?
The double fumble.
Well, I saw the ball come out where it was, and that was weird. Kind of flashback. Was it the Fiesta Bowl and Chad Johnson did that, or Byron Marshall earlier this year? And that's something that we talk about all the time, of how to celebrate and how to do all those kind of things. And those guys kept playing. The official right on top of it. You have to give them credit too, because sometimes those guys just assume something's going to happen. And that was a big time play.
Did you think
Scott Cross is outside the door if anybody wants to talk to him?
Did you think he dropped it too early?
Well, when I saw the replay, absolutely.
When it happened though, did you react when the other guys did it?
I saw the ball out, and I don't remember my immediate reaction.
Did you talk to Joe? Have you had an exchange with Joe after that play, or in the locker room?
Yeah, it was a huge play. Huge play. We talked about like I said, there was something that kind of came up during the week as far as a couple things, and obviously we addressed it in great detail after Byron Marshall's touchback. And just a great lesson.
Pretty alert.
Huh?
That was a pretty alert play.
Absolutely. He and Eric were fighting over it there for a second, and he broke out of the pack and big play.
Mark, can you describe the change in spirits on your guys' sideline? I mean, from going down 14-0.
It's a lot better being tied at 7 than 14-0. Our guys would have kept playing, no question, and wouldn't have flinched. But that was huge, and then we drove down there and kind of flipped the field there for a couple drives. We were able to get some field goals, which obviously we prefer touchdowns, but those were big, just as far as kind of keeping the pressure on those guys offensively. They did a nice job making some adjustments in their attack as well, the screen game and complementing the run game that they've had. And great, that guy made a great play on that ball to Troy Hill. 8 made another great play on that ball. We just kind of chucked it up there, and Troy was in great position, and got to give them credit.
Have you become more confident in your kicking game?
Yes. I mean, I think I think you guys all know my confidence in Marcus Mariota and his exploits. And I'm greedy and I like touchdowns, but I also like points, and we like points, and this kind of game just lent itself to that back and forth a little bit differently.
He's got 3 tonight and a 40-yarder last week. Are you liking what you see and feeling more and more confident sending him out there?
I would have confidence in Matt Wogan too. It just happens they've had a little back and forth, and right now obviously can't. It's like talking about a no-hitter or something. He's got a good little streak going, so hopefully that'll continue.
What was your halftime message to the guys today?
Compete. We knew we were in for a dogfight. These guys, as you saw, are extremely physical, very well coached team. They play their tails off. They've got a bunch of very experienced guys, whether it's from being here or junior college guys that have played a ton of football. And we were in for a dogfight, and we had no bones about that. And just the way the second quarter ended, it was 24-10, correct? Is that right? 24-10.
27-10.
Huh?
27-10?
24-10?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you guys out.
Mark, it seemed like the pass protection improved.
Wasn't done with nothing, sir.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I did the last time. This is great. Go ahead.
It seemed like the pass protection improved throughout the game. Also, the run game was going pretty hard early. What did this offensive line do in terms of adjustment, especially with the injuries they sustained?
Well, yeah, I think their front was as advertised, and we've been talking about it a bunch, and you see on tape, they get to everybody, and they get to everybody with a 4-man rush, and they're leading the country in sacks and tackles for losses for a reason. They're an unbelievably talented defense, and again, they're extremely well coached, and we learned that the hard way. I felt we settled down a little bit. Still, obviously have a bunch of stuff that we can improve upon in every phase, but settled down and had obviously the drive to make it 37-27 was pivotal. And again, it's one you have to get out.
Mark, do you guys acknowledge the significance of this win? I mean, you guys clinch a tie, at least for the North.
Duly acknowledged. It's acknowledged.
Did you guys in the locker room? Did you guys acknowledge it? That,
in passing, I mean, it's something. Our guys, we know we've got the next game coming up, and there's a lot more ball to play, and hopefully, we use this time obviously to get back, healthier, smarter. We use it to work on a few things, obviously, in like I said, in every phase. And it's funny when you get in the grind of the season and how we kind of do things. There's not too much time to sit here and go, hey, Jason, great job. Let's sit here and talk about it for an hour. You just don't do that.
But it's a goal.
Sure. No. And we kind of just are of the mindset of grind, stick with our process, stick with the deal, and look at the end and see what happens.
Mark, after they had the 2 sacks on the first drive, did you make any conscious effort or decision to move the pocket around more, get rid of the ball, get the ball out of Marcus' hand even quicker?
We had kind of that general plan going into it. And again, we had a couple situations where we had some gap protections where the guy should have been double teamed and he was not blocked, and that's obviously not helpful for offensive success. And then a couple times we just got flat out beat. Number 8, that dude can rush the passer with the best of him. He's going to make a lot of money if he continues to do what he does. And so part of it, we've got to help him better schematically. Part of it is execution, which that's on the coaches as well.